Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Today is a very, very great day. It is very early as I'm recording this. It is currently 9:40 a.m. Let me just give you a little bit of a rundown of how my morning went, because it was fantastic. So I woke up this morning, as you would do on any day. I checked my phone, and I saw a little tweet notification from my goat, Toby Fox. Now, I've been fooled many times before recently, especially with April Fool's being yesterday. Oh my gosh, why did all these announcements happen today? So I was, tempered expectations, but I went to go see what Toby had tweeted about, and it was exactly what deep down I was hoping for. Chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all going to be releasing on the Switch 2 on June 5th, and words cannot express how excited I am. If you've been on this channel for a while, you know how much I love Undertale and Deltarune, actually love. They are incredibly inspiring games to me, they just inspire this idea that I can do whatever I'm trying to do, which I know is really corny, but it's really true. It's nothing about the game even itself. It's just the fact that Toby, one guy, was able to create a game that I just think is so cool and interesting, and the fact that he was able to do it by himself is just something that I find so inspiring. And so I really, really love Undertale and Deltarune. They've just been really, really cool games for me in my life, and I am more than thrilled for these next ones to be coming out. I really have been saying this for a while. I know a lot of people who liked Undertale didn't really like Deltarune, but ever since Chapter 2, I've been really convinced that I think Deltarune is going to be, when it's all said and done and all complete, I think it's going to be better than Undertale, and I think people are going to see that. And maybe, I think a lot of hardcore fans maybe are already super into Deltarune, but I think a lot of people who loved Undertale and didn't resonate with Deltarune, I'm just excited for these chapters to come out, and I'm excited for the story to really ramp up and thicken, because oh my gosh, I think there's just so much quality here. I'm so excited to see what happened to Berdly, because in Chapter 2, if you went the evil route, we literally kill Berdly in the evil route, and I'm so curious because there's 5 more chapters to the game, and with the main character not there, well, not only is he not there in one save, but he is there in other saves, so I'm just so curious where they're gonna go. Are there going to be now 2 branching timelines of the game? I don't really think so. I mean, I'm trying to think more like Undertale, right? I don't know, when you kill pivotal people in the beginning, you kind of get locked into that bad mode. I mean, you don't get locked into it, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying though, right? A main character is either dead or not dead, and that requires so much more dialogue, that requires so much more, just everything. You need to now make variations of everything, so I'm so excited to see how that pans out. It sucks the trailer was only a minute long, because there's not too much stuff that you could really see, you know what I mean? And even some of the clips that we saw were from chapters 1 and 2, so there wasn't that much new content, but there was that really cool Guitar Hero looking scene that looked really, really cool. There was another mini game that I couldn't really place, but it looked really, really cool. Deltarune, man. I am so excited. June 5th, the fact that there's even a date coming out already is I just did not expect that. That really made me so freaking happy. There's also a newsletter coming out. I think he said within the next 6 hours today. So, of course, I'll be doing a newsletter video as I have been before. So keep an eye out for that as well if you are interested in watching that. So, of course, knowing me, I was in my friend's group chat talking very excited. Oh my god, guys, Deltarune, it's here. Getting all excited. And one of my friends goes, dude, I know, right? And you saw the FromSoft game too, right? And I just dropped everything I was doing. I said, wait, what? What do you mean FromSoft game? And I ran to Twitter and I looked, and oh my gosh, what the F is this? Now, initially I was really, really excited. I thought it was it looks like Bloodborne 2. I know everyone's saying that. Here I am saying it too. That's what it looks like. It looks like Bloodborne 2. I'm a little bit nervous. It might be more along the lines of Night Rain. What I mean by that is the FromSoft has a very clear formula with those games. I've never played Armored Core, but Sekiro, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, they all have this, you got flasks, you walk through the areas, you kill things, you get souls, you level up, you kill bosses. That's the game. Night Rain seems a little bit different from that, a bit of a departure. And I don't even know in what sense, really, because I've never played the game yet, but it looks like it just has a different vibe to it, more, dude, my brain honestly goes to anime games like Naruto Storm 4, if you ever played that, the story mode in that, which is such an oversimplification. It's probably not like that. And also, you might not even understand that reference. But I see maybe maybe a dumbed down version of the actual games, if that's a better way to put it. I can't really put how I feel in the words, but I think you guys kind of know what I mean. I'm not sure if that is similar to this, or if this is actually going to be a full-on Bloodborne 2. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I should say that. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if this is gonna be like more of like a mini game in quotations, or if it's gonna be like, nah, this is the shit. This is mainline. I'm talking about like it's a Pokemon game, but yeah, I just don't know the specifics. I don't want to get my hopes up too high just because I see the word FromSoft, but I mean, it has that look to it. It's got that feel to it. Like, FromSoft games have that like creepy, edgy look to it. One of my buddies was like, it's weird. This is a Switch game. Like, Switch games don't normally feel and look like this. And I'm like, hey man, that's FromSoft. Like, they're just they do their own shit and they have their own vibe to it. And I really have come to love that. You know, I love the cutscenes. You know, just watching weird, creepy shit happen to the characters. I am thrilled for this. I'm so excited. There's not like too much gameplay to talk about because again the trailers are kind of short, but I mean it looks really interesting. Like the world totally has that like kind of futuristic vibe to it. Like there's train tracks and there's guns, which looks really interesting. Which again I think is why people are like really going towards that Bloodborne idea because you know Sekiro, Dark Souls, and Elden Ring are all very very much like old. You know, like no electricity. I don't know how to say that. Like you know they're set in older periods. And Bloodborne was really the first to like kind of be a little bit more modern in terms of its time period. And this kind of almost feels like futuristic even, or like a steampunk futuristic. There was that scene of that guy in the jetpack who kind of just like flies over the map. That looked really, really cool. I wonder if like it'll be an open world type vibe. It feels like a lot of games are gravitating towards that open world thing. I've kind of said a little bit. I don't know if I've said that on the channel too much. I think I might have talked about it a little bit in my Elden Ring video. I personally think that FromSoft games are better not open world. However, that is, you know, it's a small sample size. It's only been one game with Elden Ring, so if they want to do more open world, what am I going to do? Not play it? Like, I'm here. Let's play it. I'm here. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, there's not too much to say about gameplay. The aesthetic, though, of the game looks freaking awesome. I'm a little bit concerned about how it's going to run on the Switch. Like, we're going to really say it, like, we're really going to run FromSoft on the Switch? Like, is the Switch built for that? I guess so. I mean, the Switch 2 probably is. And I've seen a lot of stuff about like frame rate. I want to talk about this towards the end of the video, but the hardware of the Switch 2 actually looks really, really awesome. Like, it seems like it's actually able to keep up with things. However, that's all advertisement coming from Nintendo. Like, I'll believe it when I motherfucking see it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll believe it when I'll see it. Now, this alone, I was already calling this like one of the best years ever. Like, straight up, one of the best years ever. We got Deltarune, we got Pokemon Legends ZA, we got FromSoft, we got City Anime, which I already made a video about on this channel, talking about how freaking excited I am about the City Anime. Those are 4 heater bangers right there. And I am just scrolling Twitter, thinking about how good life is, thinking about how bright the sun is, and I see I see a tweet that I do not freaking believe. From Nintendo UK, Silksong 2025 release. What the fuck are we talking about? I had to like actually really do research, not research, but like I was checking everything. I was like, I'm not getting April Fool's right now. I'm not doing it. I went to the actual like Nintendo Switch Direct hour-long video they had, like the stream VOD or whatever, and I linked through it to find the Silksong song thing in there. And when I saw it, I was legit in shock. I was, bro, how is everything being released right now? Like, Deltarune, FromSoft, I just listed off, plus Hollow Knight Silksong. It does not feel real. It is crazy. And there was a little bit of gameplay for the Silksong thing, but like, let's not pretend like there's anything to talk about. It looks just like Hollow Knight, but with Silksong characters. What's her name? The Hornet. I'm in. I'm sold. I was sold freaking 2 years ago, okay? I was sold before I even played Hollow Knight, so like, that's the power of what memes can do on the internet, I guess, man. Like, it is so, what's the word? Like, people are looking forward to it. It is so anticipated. It is very much anticipated. Oh my gosh. Even my friends who have never played Hollow Knight, they know what the fuck Silksong is. Like, they know the memes, and it has that, like, presence to it, man. People know the name. I cannot freaking believe it. And that's just like for my personal preference. My buddies are talking about a Kirby game that got announced that they're super excited about. Dude, Colosseum and Pokemon, is it Gale? Dark? I don't know actually. I never played those games before, but Colosseum and the other one, Darkness Gale, something like that. Those are getting put on Switch too, which is cool. Maybe we'll play those on the channel. Dude, Mario Kart got released. Like, there's so much for this Nintendo Direct. I am so excited. Like, I am so excited. And to speak on the Switch 2 a little bit, I actually am really happy with how it looks. I'm a little bit concerned about the whole price thing. I don't care about paying $450 for the Switch. I think that's totally fair, honestly, in my opinion. I would pay more if it guaranteed higher quality hardware. The $80 game thing is a little bit, it's a little bit sussy, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that Mario Kart is releasing for $80 is concerning. I mean, look, it's one of those things, right, where it's like, my thing is like, is the game worth $80? Yes. In my opinion, it is. A lot of these titles that come out, they are worth $80. The issue with that is, like, how little control we have over the situation. Like, okay, what's stopping them if they go to 80 to 90? What's stopping them if I'm going to 90 to 100? And it's like, you know, everyone has different levels on where they justify a price point, and it just is scary when they're changing things so much, you know, because I don't know, it just feels like, okay, like the ball, all the control is in their hands, you know, and we're kind of putting a lot of trust in them to price things fairly, and yeah, it can get really slippery. But with that said, I think it's just a little scary as consumers that, like, we don't have any say on, like, what the price of the game will be. Like, the only thing we can do is just not buy it, right? And that sucks because now you can't play the game that you really want to play. There's some games where, like, it's scary to think, like, how much they could charge me and I would still pay. Like Pokemon, like Deltarune, like, I mean, triple digits, I would pay, like, and I wouldn't be happy about paying, but, like, what would I do? Not play the game that I have loved for 10, 15 years, in that case being Pokemon? Like, it's just a little scary how much power they have. With that being said, though, I think $80 is fair. You know, when I was growing up, games were 40, and when they went from 40 to 60, people freaked out. Myself included, and now they're going from 60 to 80, and now people are freaking out again. I don't blame them. But I think the game is worth 80. However, it's gotta stay at 80, man. It's gotta stay there, at least for now, right? Like, you can bump up $20 every, like, 6 years, I think. That's fair, okay? But these next 6 years, it better stay at 80. That's my biggest concern, I suppose. One of the main things they really seem to be advertising is that frame rate quality. Like, there was like a Mario screenshot. Hopefully I can find it. I'll put it up here. But even better than that, dude, they had a video of a guy in Breath of the Wild running around the Korok Forest. And if anyone has played Breath of the Wild, you know how comically laggy the Korok Forest was. And honestly exciting. Like, I want to see Scarlet and Violet on the Switch too. I really do. Like, I want to see what it looks like. You know, I'm not gonna replay the whole game, but I'm gonna walk around. I want to see what's up. I also saw a tweet, and I don't know if this is true, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna fact check it. I don't know how I would fact check it, but I saw a guy on Twitter say that I do trust. He said, the frame rate on Legends ZA being 60, the last time there was a 60 frame rate game on Pokemon was Pokemon Emerald, which, saying out loud, there's just no way that's true, right? But I just trust this guy a lot, so I don't think he'd lie. So it's just like, that's something really interesting. So don't believe it, but also, like, maybe believe that. That's craziness. Yeah, I'm excited. I said on my last Pokemon video, the number one thing I care about in terms of graphics is frame rate. It seems like they're really addressing that, so this is my perfect Nintendo Direct. Like, it really does not get any better than this. I am so freaking thrilled. Yeah, that's really all I got to say. Like, I want to hear what you guys have to say about the Nintendo Direct. What are you most excited about? I'm most excited about Deltarune. Delta motherfucking Rune, baby. That's what I'm most excited about. Tell me what you're most excited about. This is freaking hype. Feel free to comment. I, of course, respond to all comments. And I will see you guys very shortly in the next one. Probably very soon, actually, for a Deltarune newsletter. I'm probably going to post that hopefully tonight. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. So yeah, I'll catch you guys very shortly. And let's freaking go, Nintendo.